Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be painting a Cryptothrall in my black Necron scheme. First we're going to start by basing all the skeletal bits with black metal from the Dark Alchemy line from Scale 75. It's a lighter metal color. It's a little lighter than Lead Belcher, probably close to Iron Hand Steel. From what I've seen, I don't have Iron Hand Steel myself. I prefer the Dark Alchemy line to Citadel metallics. But continuing onwards, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to base all these, usually the parts around the legs, between the shins, the spines, the wrists, on some models the entire forearms, just any exposed skeletal bits, the piston pieces around the heads for the newer models, near the neck, paint those silver. On more ornate Necron models, such as this Plasmancer or, say, an Overlord, you want to paint that. It's a 50-50 mix of Retributor armor and Runelord brass. The Runelord brass just darkens down the gold in the Retributor armor just a little bit without making it too dark. Gives us this really nice color. And after that, I'm just going to go through. I'm just cleaning up the model a little bit. I primed this model with Vallejo Surface Primer Black. Don't know why I was playing it. It's the only primer I have. I'm just going back with that. On some of my other models, I just painted it all the black areas, which is thin down Abaddon black. By the end, once we gloss coat the entire model, Abaddon black and the primer color, they really look very similar. It's not quite as stark a difference as Chaos black and Abaddon black. Now what I'm going through that, I thinned down this white to almost a glazing consistency. And I'm just touching that into the recesses of where I want there to be a glow effect. So those vent-like areas on the torso or on the upper back plates, on the eye and around the eye. There's those little wounds on the blades. Those will get filled in. It's really nice and thin. If you make a mistake and you get white somewhere you don't want it to be, it's so thin you can just take your thumb and you can just wipe it off. You have a few seconds time. You don't want to like put it down and come back to it and try to do it. It's going to be dry, but you do get like 5 or 10 seconds to wipe that. Now I'm just going back. I'm putting Black Templar all over our metal bits. I cannot talk tonight. And this will just darken it down, help it blend in with the armor a little bit more. If you want your armor to stay nice and shiny, you can skip the step. Still looks pretty good. I just prefer the much darker scheme. Now I'm just going to start edge highlighting. We're doing a selective edge highlighting with Gauss Blaster Green. It's a really light green. Yeah, it's really cool. I really like this color. And it just helps, with these selective highlights, it helps give it look like it has a green reflection from the surrounding light. These claw bits are probably the most prominent feature on the model, so I'm just going to go ahead and edge highlight pretty much the entire blade. Just because they're very forward, they're very noticeable. Now I'm just going ahead and Tesseract Glow, and I'm placing that over all the white we added earlier. And this is the same principle of the Tesseract Glow. It's very thin. I didn't thin it down at all. I'm just using straight from the pot. If you get it somewhere you don't want it to be, you can use your thumb and just wipe it off. Nice and easy. And now I'm just using gloss varnish to give it a nice glossy finish. It's about 2 drops of varnish to 1 drop of thinner. And we're just going to give it a light coat. We're not doing this to protect the paint job. We're doing this to almost add an effect. And there, they're finished. Now, Cryptothrall. They're really nice, really like them. You guys want to see more examples? Check out my Instagram, Protoform8. It's in my bio. I've done a couple of other models, and I will see you next week doing a Jukari Archon. That'll be fun.